Am I the asshole? For refusing to give up my career to raise my half-sister. Okay, some context. My mom became unable to work due to losing function in her legs and right arm due to suffering a stroke. So this left no one available to care for my half-sister, as her father isn't currently in the picture and doesn't want to take her in and just sends child support checks once a month. This led to my mother reaching out to me and asking if I could take her in, since she could no longer afford full-time care for herself while having someone take care of her. I told her that I couldn't take care of a kid and I wouldn't want to even if I could, and she's got to find some other solution. This is mainly due to me having to travel internationally every other week for work. So I told her that not many jobs would pay nearly as well if I worked locally, and it would be a pain to find another job near where we live. I also told her that it would be a terrible financial decision to give up a really good job in a lucrative industry just so I can parent a kid that I didn't want in the first place. She tried to offer the child support amount as compensation, but that doesn't even cover the cost of raising a kid, much less the six-figure pay cut it'd take by switching jobs. So I told her there's nothing I can do for her and to try other options. So am I the asshole? Not the asshole. May I ask how old your little sister is? The only R in this story is her father, who refuses to take care of his child, seeing it is his responsibility. A boarding school could be a good solution. Not the asshole. This situation sucks, but it's not your responsibility to raise a child that isn't yours. That being said, I'm sure there's something you could do to help out. No? Like I said, it's not responsibility, but it could provide some relief for both of you. I don't think you're TA for not wanting to raise her, but if the difficulty for your mom keeping her is financial and you've got a lucrative job, what about helping pay for keeping her with her mother? If switching jobs would mean a six-figure pay cut, it sounds like you could significantly help without hurting yourself. Nah, so far, but refusing to help would be pretty selfish. Not the asshole, and I hope you do what's right for you. Help wherever you can, but it's not your responsibility, and honestly, it sounds like you really don't want to. It's so unfortunate what happened to your mom and the situation that they're in, but you'll hold serious resentment that you don't deserve. Do what you want to help, but don't let it affect the trajectory of your life. Can the child support agreement with the girl's father be reassessed due to this major change in circumstance? Not the asshole. The dad should step up, not you, if mom cannot. She needs a nanny and not expect you to give up your life to raise your sister when there are options available. Not the asshole. X200B. Your parents are both ours, but you don't need to take over their parental duties. The legal obligation lies with the father of this child. Not the asshole at all. These people commenting about how you could help more. Respectfully, you don't have a clue what this is like. It's a lot, not just financially, which you are all focusing on, but emotionally. Now for the central question, but unless you are missing out a lot of pertinent information, the way you responded to your mother seems both cold and lacking empathy. Your mother is very ill and needs support. It was completely unrealistic of her to expect you to upend your life, but support doesn't mean you have to do that. Can you not help your mother with working out what her options are? Sitting down with her, going through her finances, researching on her behalf her different options? That's support, and it might mean your mother feels less alone. Info: are there other options, or is CPS going to have to take this kid and throw her into foster care? Not the asshole. You deserve to have your own life. You are not your mother's backup plan. Not the asshole. This kid isn't your responsibility. If you were to take them in and leave them alone and something happened, you would be arrested. You have a good life and a good career. Throwing it away is stupid. Also, quick question: what is your relationship with them like? I have sent it asked or addressed. Info: 1. Do you have much of a relationship with your mother and half-sister? 2. Is there any other family in the picture that could help, either on your side of the family or on the father's side of the family? 3. Are you open to ways of helping other than taking custody of your half-sister, or are you firm on wanting to stay out of the situation entirely? It's the father's responsibility, not Op's. Not the asshole. It's a bad situation, but it's not your responsibility. Info: do you know your half-sister? She isn't your responsibility. But it seems to me that you don't care about her at all. Is there another solution to find? I'm not judging you, just asking. Not the asshole. There's a father. It's his responsibility to take care of his daughter. Not the asshole. You don't owe them anything. Go enjoy your life. Not the asshole. Not at all. Not the asshole. It's really as simple as if you don't want a child, don't adopt one. Children deserve to be raised by people who want to raise them. Not the asshole. This happened to me. I'm a bit older than my sister, and my mom had a stroke that pretty much ruined her life as a functional member of society. My sister was 15 and her father passed when she was 10. There was no room in my life to care for a teenager. They eventually moved to our grandmother's home as she had space and time. It was rough on my sister as she never got along with our grandmother, but she had an adult with the time and resources to look out for her. That person was not me at 20-something. Nata. Not the asshole. Her father needs to step up. Being 14, she should be able to take care of herself. If mom is in the home, she should arrange for home care. Something else is going on here. Don't give up your career. Nata, it's not your child. The child's parents need to figure this out. Someone mentioned an au pair as a low-cost solution for OP. It should be noted that au pairs can't work 24/7 365. They are limited to working X number of hours a day, X number per week, X number per month. They are entitled to and must receive a certain amount of days off, too. The OP stated they not only travel extensively for work but do so for a length of time, which would go over the amount of time that an au pair is contractually allowed to work. Are there any other family members in your half-sister's life who are able to take her in and provide the care and comfort she needs? Nah. It's not your fault if you don't want your sister, since she is not your kid nor your responsibility. What happened to your mom was unfortunate. I hope you two find a solution to that, since your half-sister is just caught in the crossfire. Honestly, not the asshole. Giving up your life, essentially, to raise someone else's kid you didn't sign for is not required, however bad people make you feel. Ultimately, you live for you. Would you be able pooling child support, potentially a child support review from court, and you adding to it to just send her to boarding school? Nah, whilst you are not responsible for your sister as a parent, I could not imagine allowing her to move into a group home at 14. Surely you could afford a nanny or boarding school? Or the father could? Or there is another family member who can assist? You couldn't offer to help defray the cost of someone to take care of her? Man, I feel bad for your sister. You're not the asshole though. Like at all, it's not on you. Nah, but the way you speak about the situation and your family rubs me the wrong way, like no empathy or concern at all. I honestly think this is nah. You have the right to say no for whatever reason, but your reasons are very good. Your mom needs help and reached to see if you would be willing. When you said no due to money, she went to see if the child support would be enough. It's not, but overall your mom did nothing wrong. It's just a bad situation. Not the asshole. I know this is a horrible circumstance, but you are not the parent of a child who is not yours. Still, I'm sure there's something you can do to support the cause. As I mentioned earlier, it's not a duty, but it might offer you both some relief. Not the asshole. The real R is the dad who by his actions, is now displacing 2 PPA. I'm sorry. Just a poor situation to be in. Nah. Not the asshole. Does your sister have any close friends? Perhaps she could stay with a friend's family? Or one of your mother's friends?